Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our channel. We are the VHS Twins, and I am half your host, Connie.
And I'm your other half, Tristan.
And we are super excited for today's episode because the new trailer for Scream 6 just dropped, and I gasped. I have a really good feeling about this one.
You do? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
I'm super excited, and my Scream shirt on. So when the first teaser dropped, it was of all of them in the subway, the train, whatever, and it shows that Mindy comes face to face with Ghostface, and then I was like, okay, this is a good first teaser, and then the second teaser came out 2 days ago, and it was of Tara and Sam in a little grocery store. They're in New York City, so I think it's called a bodega store, and it shows Ghostface with the gun, and not like a handgun, but like
it's a shotgun.
A shotgun. And I was like, it kind of threw me off. Of course, Ghostface has used guns before, so it's not like that. But it was just like, it's in a public setting and there was a shotgun. It kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. And I was like, oh gosh, I really don't want it to go a certain way. And then the trailer came out yesterday and I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think they're kind of going off of the second film, how the second film was supposed to be. There was supposed to be a lot more killers in the second film, but for whatever reason, they opted out of it. So now, I mean, it's kind of twice the size of what they were going to do for the second film. So there's like, what, 7 or 8 like Scream costumes like that were like illuminated on that stage or whatever.
Well, I'm gonna play the trailer, and then afterwards we might just pause and look at the picture because there's more Easter eggs in that, because I stared at it for a while. So I'm gonna play the trailer, and
You got a problem here, guy?
I had this secret. There's a darkness inside of me. It followed me here. And it's gonna keep coming for us. We share a certain history. This isn't like any other Ghostface.
What is this place?
A shrine.
We've got to lure him in.
We execute him.
Hello.
Let's play a game.
You know you're like the 10th guy to try this, right? It never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
Maybe. But there's never been one like me, Gail. I'm something different.
That's why I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
You want me. So let's finish this.
Guys?
Okay. Oh, it's not done. Okay, now it's done. Is yours done?
Yeah.
All right, one thing I noticed at the very end is that on the subway, it looks like it's around Halloween or maybe like a Comic-Con, I don't know. And in the background, you see Jason.
Yeah, you
Did
see
you catch that?
Jason, you see Pinhead, you
Well,
see
it's funny 'cause
Freddy.
Jason takes Manhattan.
Yeah.
And so, first thoughts of this trailer. One, cult. I think there might be going down a cult route because of the shrine. Two, it seems like they're using maybe Billy's mask from the original. Because of all the other stuff in the shrinery. Three, this Ghostface seems pissed off.
I don't know what they could literally throw a curveball if they wanted to. It could literally go like either way. But I think they're kind of hinting at some stuff with like the older Ghostface mask and all that. Like I feel as if they're gonna bring back somebody.
Well, I read somewhere that people think maybe Stu is going to come back and he's going to be like the cult leader. I don't know if I really believe that or not. So in the beginning of the trailer, obviously you see Tara and Sam trying to escape Ghostface in a public setting, which I don't think has really been done before in Scream in a public setting like this. So they're definitely bringing it up a notch a little bit. And I think that's really cool. First off, they're out of Woodsboro in this one, so they're out of their element, which I like. I like the fact that they took this one to New York City. Gives it like a fresh new beat. And you can see Sam talking to maybe like a therapist, which is good. She needs therapy.
Well, they did get $11 million more on the budget.
Well, that's good.
It looks like all the other Screams were at like 40 million, but the last one they did was at 24 million. So they're getting back up there with their original budget to do whatever they want.
Well, they brought in a lot of new characters for this one. I saw Dylan McDormand. Not Dylan McDormand. Dylan. What's his last name? McDormand. Something. No. The older guy. He's from. I think he might be Gail's love interest, or maybe like a professor, because they are in college now. Let me bring up the cast.
Oh, you know the girl from Ready or Not? She's in it.
I think maybe she might be the opening scene. Because she's not really in this trailer. And so I think she might be in the opening scene. All right, Dermot Mulroney. Okay. So he might be Gail's love interest, because right here, he's from Ready or Not. Henry Kazerny, Professor Freddy, it says. He gives me cult vibes. So if it's like a cult leader, I'm gonna put my bet on that Professor Freddy's if that's the route they're going on. But Samara Weaving, I think she might be in the opening scene. They also brought in Leanna Labarito. She's in a few things. She's from Trust. I think that was the first movie I watched her in, but she was in If I Stay. I saw that. What's that movie with Lily Collins where she has an eating disorder? She plays her sister.
I haven't seen that. But
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
But I'm so glad they brought back Kirby. I always liked Kirby in the fourth one. I think she just might have well, I read somewhere that since Nev Campbell didn't want to do this project, that they replaced her with Kirby as like the step in. So they kind of didn't have to go too far of what they were doing. So they just put Kirby in Sydney's place.
Yeah, well, hopefully they don't end up killing Sydney Prescott off or something.
I don't think they would.
Well,
I don't even think that.
Here's the thing. All they have to do is up the budget $5 million to the original budgets and then just give Sydney Prescott her $5 million so she can come back.
Whatever Nev Campbell wants to do, they should allow it. Like, if she's like at the end of the day, kill my character off, they would probably kill her character off. But if she's like, I want to come back and kick some ass, I think they would let her come back and kick some ass. When it comes to the money thing, I don't know. They should have maybe gave her what she wanted. I mean, she is the star. Like, of course, Courtney Cox is... I love Gail's character, but it's... You can't argue with me that it's about Sydney. But I'm kind of glad this one she's not in. Like, I'd rather her not be in this one than die in this one. So if it was going down that route, I'd be like, okay, you know what? Maybe she's like, I'll let these kids handle this one. And I'll come back when I think I need to come back. She's kind of like hanging up her hat for a little bit. Like, okay, she has kids in this franchise and she's with Mark. Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah.
So I think she's going to let these cool cat kittens do their thing. And she needs a break, honestly. All right, so I'm going to fast forward and pause at a few things. So you see Sam holding the mask. And the mask looks like it's been through some shit. So when it seems like it is an older mask and it's been through some shit, so that's why I'm saying it's probably Billy. Or I don't know if Billy and Stu shared the same mask or they had separate ones, but it seems like it's been rough. And it seems like Sam survives because it looks like she's been through some shit. That's just my guess. All right, some new characters come in. What's your favorite scary movie? All right, I'm going to pause on the shrine because you can see it looks like they're in an old theater. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Ghostface costumes. Have there been 9 killers? So you got Stu, Billy, Mickey and Billy's mom. You got Sydney's brother, which I can't, what's his name? What was his character's name in the third one? Roman. 5. And Jill, Charlie, and the last 2, Amber and Ricky. So that is 9. All right, so they have all 9. I thought maybe it might give a hint to see how many killers there are now. That's going to be in this one. Because I definitely think it's more than one. Because if you fast forward in the trailer, when Gail finally gets her own phone call, he's talking on the phone with her, but obviously you see the background of him grabbing someone. So I definitely think it's more than one. Could it be 3? Possibly. Could it be a freaking cult? Yeah. But in the shrine, I see Jill's outfit. I see Stu's robe from the first one, the red one he wears. I see Mrs. Loomis's white jacket. It looks like Billy's blood t-shirt. I see Tatum's outfit from when she dies in the garage. And I really can't see anything else from this picture. I don't know how to zoom in on this thing, so... I do see a ghost face mask over here. And I see a stab poster. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Maybe there's something else.
What is this place?
Alright, so I paused on Dylan's part. I see a cop uniform with blood on it. I think that in the fourth one, Olivia's shirt where she dies in. And then I see the Coliseum mask from the second one. When Sydney does her performance. So there's a lot in here. But it definitely seems like a cult. Or definitely a shrine. They're not wrong with that. I hope it doesn't go down like a too culty route, you know?
I don't know. I kind of feel like there's gonna be a little curveball here.
Well, if I go forward in the trailer, there's a part where it's a little suspicious. So after Gail's scene, it looks like Tara has an ominous face when she's holding on to, I'm assuming, Samantha's hand. She looks kind of evil. And, let me pause on her face. Yeah, she looks kind of like... Well, when I first watched it, she kind of looked more scary, but now I'm pausing on it. I can't really tell. But I always thought Tara might be the killer in the first one. Mainly because she did survive the attack. And her and Amber were so close. And that she killed Amber when Amber ran out. And that maybe she didn't... She realized that no one knew she was the third killer. And it maybe got dragged on to this one. But I don't know. I don't know if they would go down that route and make Tara a killer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Tara would be the killer because I just watched that part and she doesn't look too happy about sliding off of her hand.
Yeah,
This.
I'm gonna rewind it.
So let's finish this.
Okay, definitely looks like they're running from... Yeah, because her hand's slipping. Maybe she knew she was gonna die and that was it for her. And she's just been through a lot.
I think it would suck if they would kill off Jenny Ortega like that.
I don't know. She is getting really big. She might have other projects.
Well, if anything, just like Sidney Prescott, pay these people whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
Guys?
And maybe the train scene is like... We might think it's in the beginning, but maybe it's at the ending. Maybe they think, kind of like Final Destination 3, when they're on the train, the subway train. I don't know, what's it called? Am I saying it correctly?
Yeah.
Where,
Subway.
yeah, where they're in the train and they all, somehow ended up in the same train and they all die. Maybe it's like, this is like, oh, they think everything's okay now, and then... Because it looks like Ghostface is in a clean mask. Maybe it's not over. Maybe that leads into the new one. Or it's a dream. It could be a dream sequence.
Yeah, they do like doing that.
I do like the shot of Ghostface behind the foggy window. Not foggy, but like the glass of the door. And he just appears. That looks sick.
Coming for us.
Yeah, they didn't really give out too much on this. Because a lot of movies nowadays, like, you can kind of just see the entire movie in the
Like
trailer.
Halloween trailers.
Yeah, like the Halloween one. But it looks like with this one, they're doing it right. They're not giving away too much. And it's kind of like the last one. You didn't really know either. And that's what I admire about the Scream franchise. They don't give too much. You do have to think. But on the last one, I did hate how I figured it out, and it wasn't even 15 minutes into the movie. That pissed me off. So they better not do it with this one.
I don't think they will, because I know a lot of people were upset with the last one. Because there wasn't a lot. I mean, yeah, they had some gruesome deaths, but there wasn't a lot of deaths in the last one. It kind of had a slower pace to it.
Well, I've read the screenplay for the original, well, the last Scream, and, you know, there was a lot of things that were changed. Like, there was supposed to be, like, a, like, desert scene with, that one kid that got killed after the bar. Like, he was supposed to be driving his car, and then Ghostface was, like, going to kill him. So, yeah.
I heard there was a rumor that there was a chase scene in Costco.
Yeah, well, the sister, she was supposed to be working at Costco. So they changed it to a bowling alley or whatever. But yeah, it was supposed to be a Costco where she worked at with the guy that became one of the Ghostface killers.
And Amber and Tara were supposed to be lovers, but they switched it to best friends.
Yeah, that too.
Hey, they still could have been lovers. But I'm really excited for this one. Gail, I think Gail survives. Maybe they think she dies, but she lives at the end. You can't... I don't think Gail's ready to die. I hope not. Maybe Gail's the opening scene.
I'm something.
And she lives, obviously, because you see her in further parts of the trailer.
Different.
So, before the ladder scene, it looks like when Sam and Tara are back to back, it looks like they're surrounded by some Ghostface. I think that might be a Ghostface, or maybe someone without a mask on. No, that looks like a Ghostface. Oh, okay, I know what you mean by the ladder scene. Yeah, I thought that was Ghostface. That might be Jenna. Or, I think that might be a new character. Okay, I thought that was Ghostface. Yeah, now I see it.
Yeah, well, it looks like Jenna does fall off of that balcony, but I don't think it'd be enough to kill her. But as to why she is falling and her sister is holding on to her, that's the other thing. Guess we'll just have to wait till March when it comes out to see how this all unfolds, but...
Only a month and a half away.
Well, just as cryptic as ever. You never
Yeah.
know until you watch it.
I'm super excited for it. I almost passed out watching the one last year. I was too excited. I was like, oh my gosh. Getting too excited for this. You can see all my baby hairs. What postpartum does. Yeah, hopefully this one is better than the last one. I did like the last one, but I think they were just setting up base, hopefully, for this one and maybe the one after this, if they are doing another one after this. Kevin Williamson, who wrote the first three, did he write the fourth one?
I'm not sure.
I don't think he wrote.
Yeah, for the Scream franchise, he wrote Scream. Yeah, Scream 2, Scream 4. I don't think he wrote Scream 3, though.
Okay, so with Scream 3, I remember this. He wanted to have Scream 3 be the cult route, like more than one killer, like a lot of killers, and I think they wanted to go the different route of Sydney's brother, and I think the other girl who plays Sydney in that movie for the Stab movies, she was also supposed to be a killer. And I think that's why they went a different route with that one. But he tweeted, I think it was a tweet, he said, for this one, quoting it, "It doesn't feel like part 6. It feels like you're watching this big, huge, fresh renovation. I love, 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 love it. I've watched the movie with a big smile on my face. I think it was everything and more. I'm going to New York. And going to New York was awesome. The movie feels new. It feels fresh. It feels like a new movie."
Well, there you go.
So Kevin Williamson is praising about it. And hopefully that's a good sign. I know for the new Halloween, the third Halloween, the third one that just came out, Stephen King was tweeting that it was good. So I was like, ugh. Don't do this to me, Stephen King.
Oh, well, it looks like Williamson was a executive producer for the new Scream movie. Well, hold on here. February, it was announced as a sequel. Yeah, the sequel. Okay. Yeah, so he was an executive producer on that, and I think he was an executive producer on the last one as well. Yep. As he should. No wonder they're still pretty good. So.
And I like Kevin Williamson. He has. I don't think there's one thing I didn't like that he's done.
Well, he did I Know What You Did last summer. He wrote the screenplay for that.
Yeah.
And then he did the faculty. I didn't even know he did that.
Yeah, he did the faculty. He did Dawson's Creek. I know that one. Movies. What is he? He's done a lot. He did Cursed, Sick. He did Sick, which we're gonna do a review on. Teaching Miss Tangle. The Vampire Diary. He did The Following. Okay, I love The Following. I mean, that was a series with Kevin Bacon in it. Remember, where he's trying to catch the cult leader?
Yeah, I hated how they ended it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad Kevin Bacon made it out alive, because you just can't kill Kevin Bacon. So,
Right.
Yeah, but the whole, like, him going rogue thing, it's just like, you know what? Like, whatever. No one's gonna care. You killed the cult leader. It is what it is.
Yeah, I think this is going to be real good. Hopefully it is good. I'm excited for it. I don't think the trailer gives too much away. Maybe if I watch it 20 more times. But I'm excited for it.
I'm excited too. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. But let us know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for this one? Should they just stop? I don't think they should stop. Well, they should stop before it gets bad. But hopefully, I think this franchise has done a really good thing. I think this is like the only franchise where I think it's gone down a better path.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Could definitely be worse. But all right, guys, that is it from us. We will see you guys soon.